G'day, welcome. My name's Zach McDonald and this is the Zach Mac Vlog YouTube channel. This week I'm doing something a little bit different. I've got 5 cars to prep in about 4 days, so not much time to do it. So the big race that's coming up soon is on the 19th at Archfield Speedway. It's the Queensland title for the midgets. Also, my best friend Caitlin will be racing her micro, which I've spent a fair bit of time on getting ready to race and whatnot. So these are the 5 cars we got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and finally 5. So today I might start on the Ford versus Holden car, which is a Ford XF Falcon. It doesn't need much. We've mainly been using it lately just to paddock bash around here, me and the mate. I won't be driving this car. I will have a guest driver, which I'll let you know on the day who it will be. I've had a chat to him yesterday. He's pretty sure he can make it, and I'm pretty sure you'll be excited. He's a pretty damn exciting driver to watch, so hopefully he has fun in it. That's all that I really care about this car. So let's get started on that. The second one that I got to do today, which a mate of mine will be coming over to help, is a friend's legend car. Here it is here. It doesn't need much. I just got to flip the right rear tyre on the rim. I've already scaled it, set it all up. It just needs a bit of paint work done to it because he's changing the colour of the mudguard. So TJ, the dipshit, can do that today. And then I'll be heading down the coast to work on Caitlin's car. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and yeah, here's the action. So as you can see, we've been having a bit of fun here with it. The bumper bar's fallen off. This poor old girl lives outside all the time, so I have to keep the tarp on it to stop the rain. So pretty much zip ties. We're going to put this back on, and also I need to give the top of the carby, it doesn't have a filter lid on it, and it's sort of got this real dodgy one that someone homemade that doesn't really work too well. And I can't seem to find one, surprisingly enough. You'd think a Weber air filter base would be super easy to find, but honestly it's actually not. So I'll sort of dodge that off a bit so it's ready to go on the 19th. I think that'll do it. I don't really want to waste too many cable ties on the thing. So it'll be good enough. If he runs into anyone, it won't fall off, I hope. I'll give him a bag of cable ties to fix it again anyway. So I'll just rip this bonnet off. Oh, there you bastard. Get away. Righto. Oh, well there you go, the air filter's actually fallen off. So I know, as you can tell, it's sort of got loose bolts and maybe cross-threaded bolts, and this thing here is meant to live just here, and then this goes on top. So I'm pretty much just going to tighten all these bolts up, make sure it doesn't come off. I might have to fix this screw up a bit more, don't know, but yeah, we'll get stuck into that and see if we can get it working all right. Oh, get in there. Oh, it's bottomed out on the carby. Like I didn't keep drilling then, I would have drilled a hole straight in the carby. But that's good enough for me. I don't really care, to be honest with you. There we go. I was going to find a nut for the top of that and put it back on, put the bonnet back on, and check a few other things. Righto, that's done. Let's check the oil. Yep, there's oil in it. Check the water. Might have to replace the zip tie here actually. Might need to top that up. Righto. There we go, nice and tight. Righto, this car's done. Actually, I might just check the boot because I seem to be missing the tyre for it. Oh, yeah, there it is there. Actually, I don't even know how much fuel this thing got. Yeah, it's got fuel in it. That'll do, donkey. That will do. Just put the bonnet back on and she's ready to send. I'm pretty keen for the driver that's actually going to be driving this car. I'm pretty keen. He's a super fun guy. He's one of them guys that just puts you in a good mood no matter what mood you're in. Just talking to him. Put this scorching hot bonnet on now. Next on the list, we got this little legend car. This is a mate of mine's. He just leases a little part of the shed here. So me and TJ, his brother, work on it a fair bit. Get it all ready for him because he works all the time. So he's actually going to Gatton in the next, like tomorrow he's leaving for Gatton. These, I mean, I'm sure everyone knows what these are. There's a legend car, like a 1200cc motorbike motor in them. TJ's been painting these guards up and bogging them. Yeah, so he's gonna paint them. They were grey. So I just want to flip this tyre because it's much better. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but it's much better be flipped. As you can tell, there's nipples here and there's not nipples here. So we'll flip it around because I'm not allowed to buff these tyres or swipe them or groove them. So there's gonna be, I'll just flip it, take 2 minutes. TJ will be here in a minute. He's gonna paint that guard, put the guard back on. I've already set the thing up like I said before. So all we got to do is pretty much put on the trailer and he'll be right to take that tomorrow. Right, I just got done flipping that tyre for Josh. TJ, his brother's just arrived. He's going to do a bit of work today. What are you going to do today, TJ?
Oh, I've got to sand the guard down.
Get all the bog off it.
Yep.
Prime it.
Prime it, paint it, clear it, and put it back on.
And then put some stickers on because in their rules you have to have like a number on the back. So he's going to be doing that. I'm going to be swiping some tyres and then we're pretty well done on this car, aren't we? And I can pretty well get loaded up on the trailer and then we're going to go head down to work on one of the other cars. So this is number 3 car on the list to get ready. This is Caitlin's car, my best friend's car. It's a micro sprint. It's got like a 270cc engine in it that runs on methanol. This is the list. So clean the carby, clean air filter, fit new Heim joints to the gear shifter thing, new crash bars. You got to fit some tires up, check micron, and cut gearbox oil and cut the space on the back of the seat because she sits like 90 degrees and her head's actually facing forward a little bit, so it's like a bit more than 90 degrees. So we just got to chop these spaces down the back of the seat. This is my old seat out of the midget actually, and a few other things we got to do. So she's going to work now, and yeah, me and Paul are going to be here working on this all day.
I think my logo's on that.
You good?
Yeah.
Oh, your head's a bit further back. The problem was her head, I chopped 20mm off these, but her head was like, the whole seat was moving forward and the helmet was like pushing her whole head forward. So 20mm off, there's still a fair bit of room there. All good?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Right up. Alright. Paul's here flexing his muscles, cleaning the carby. That's a special spanner. Done. 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 So halfway through doing tyres, we just want to mess the roll out on one of the tyres. I went to put it in neutral and it seems to be stuck in gear. So things have escalated pretty quick. Got the back of the cover off. We're about to pull the clutch plate off and have a look and see if there's anything dodgy going on there. The oil, drain the oil out of it down here. Everything looks sweet. So I don't know. We're just gonna have a look here and see what's wrong. That escalated pretty quickly. Had to pull the motor out. Apparently it's got a broken selector fork, possibly. Is that what it was? Righto. So I think Paul's been on the phone to some dude and he's going to have a look at it hopefully this week, and hopefully we can get it done by Monday and we can get it back in to the car. Caitlin's freaking out, I told her already. She's having a bloody, getting her titties in a twist over it. Yeah, I'll go home and we'll work on something else. Just did some siping then. The groove I actually left back at my place, so I can't do any grooving. So we've done the air pressures and we've done the rear stager at the back for what we usually scale it to. All we're going to do now is check the fuel, make sure there's the right amount of fuel in there, then we'll whack her up on the scales. So after playing around with it for a good 45 minutes to an hour, we finally got the ride height where we wanted. These things, I think because they're such short wheel bases on them and they're so narrow, like half a turn on a coil at the front sort of just is a long way. We're in the modified, it's sort of a couple turns and you're getting somewhere. But also these are, like on the dirt modified, I've got a very fine thread, where these got a bigger thread. But anyway, we got there in the end. Now we're just going to spend probably another 45 minutes to an hour scaling it again, making sure all the percentages are right, and I think then we'll be done. We're just going to do a nut and bolt check and should be ready for the weekend. Righto, we're back at Caitlin's. The motor's just arrived, as you can see in the box here. We're ready to put it in. Caitlin's just gone to grab some oil, some coolant and a few other things. She'll be back later on, probably this afternoon, even early tonight, because she has a few other things to do as well. So I'm here by myself putting the motor in. I didn't really watch Paul, how he pulled it out, so I'm sort of just winging putting it back in. Hopefully I can get it in right, and hopefully we'll get it started tomorrow morning. So yeah, let's get cracking.
And make sure it sound right, boys.
Engine mounts are in, the chain's on, which actually took me ages because I thought that the chain had to go like over this weird thing here, and it took me like 20 minutes to go through photos and find a photo just to realise it goes through the middle of it. So that was a bit of a dumb thing on my behalf, but anyway. The wiring's all hooked up, not that there's much of it. I was going to tighten the coil on here, then the wiring's 100% done. Just got to hook the shifter linkage back up, a couple of radiator hoses, and put the carby back on, and it's pretty well done. It's super simple. I'm actually kind of hoping we might even be able to get it started this afternoon, which would be good. I just gotta wait for Caitlin to come back because there is no way I'm fitting in that seat. Even though that was my old seat, there's no way. She did so much modification to it, there's not a chance I'm fitting in there ever again. Alright, well I'll keep cracking on here and keep on watching.
Sit down. Turn your light on.
Righto, so I got the engine in. We're just putting coolant in now. We've got the engine heater working now just to bleed the cooling system through. We worked out the problem with the gears, so we're happy with that. All we got to do now is just hook the fuel up, and I think that's pretty on lid, isn't it?
No,
Yeah.
isn't there? Oh, did you put the mic on?
Oh yeah, we just gotta put the micron thing on and the fuel up, and after that's it. And then tomorrow we're
Gear
gonna
oil.
gear oil. Then we're gonna try start it tomorrow and take it for a quick blap up the street. So yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. Well, we put the motor in and we're like got the engine heater hooked up to it just so we can start it in the street here, make sure it's going to be all good. But as you can see, there's a coolant leak. Did a bit of sussing out, and we got to take it back to the engine builder again. We got to load it up tomorrow, and we're taking it to the engine builder tomorrow morning. So I'm hoping he can get it done in the day, and we can get it back in, and we can get it started all in the day. You reckon we can do it, Caitlin?
We're gonna need to film that again.
I ain't filming it again.
I'll just have a look at it, watch it. Cut.
Yeah, that's a girl. Bend your back, not your knees. So long story short, we put the motor in and we filled up coolant again and put the engine heater up onto it, and it just started drooling out everywhere again. So we've worked out it's definitely the engine heater's problem, like fault, because the pump just must be way more high volume than what the standard pump is. So we just sealed it up with some sealant, because they're not usually meant to have sealant, they're just meant to have gasket on there. So I pulled it apart, put some seal on there, and as you can see, Caitlin here was fairly generous with the sealant, which is good, because now I can sleep tonight knowing that it's definitely not going to leak, and this stuff is like bitumen. So I'll put it back on, we'll let it sit, we'll probably get the hairdryer onto it or something for quite a while, trying to let it dry quicker, because yeah, we've pretty much got to go like ASAP. And we'll put the coolant in, touch wood, it doesn't leak. So here's to round 6. So as you can tell in the background, it's dark. We've put the camera down for a long time now. The water pump actually started leaking again, we had to pull it off. Not again, but that was the next thing to start leaking, was the water pump, so we had to pull that apart and glue it all up. Let it sit for an hour and wait for it to dry, then put coolant in it. We've just hooked the engine heater up to it. It's come up to temperature, there's no leaks underneath. I'm feeling pretty good right now that it's not going to leak. Do you think it's going to leak?
Hopefully not.
We're probably going to take it for a quick blap up a street right now, even though it's dark. I'm really hoping that it's not going to leak, because I am so exhausted. 3 days just for this.
Yep.
I hate micros. That's it for this episode. It actually turned out it started off being 5 cars in 4 days, and ended up being 4 cars in 5 days. That little microbe, that'll be the death of me, that thing. Anyway, also it turns out that the driver for this had to pull out in the last second, and yeah, obviously we didn't get any work done on the modified, which to be honest with you isn't much to do on this at all. So today, which is the 19th, I'm going to Archfield Speedway for the Queensland title in the midget. The micro is obviously racing as well, and this thing will be probably next weekend, Boxing Day at Lismore, which I don't know if I'm actually 100% keen on going yet, because I'm a little bit over Lismore, just the 1-lane track and stuff, and I really don't like following people around, wearing my gear out. So anyway, righto, thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one.